Okay, welcome to another drive-through rundown. We're going to talk about Ascension Immortal Heroes. This is an expansion for Storm of Souls as well as all the other Ascension sets. And you can see here I don't have the actual box because I just throw away the boxes with this game. What we do have here is one of the new deck boxes here. So the other one used to be sort of white, and this one's got some red with some new artwork here. So I've got one of those boxes here. And then I just want to kind of go over some of the new cards, some of the new abilities that are in the set. There's not a whole lot to talk about here, but it does have a pretty dramatic effect on the game. So you got your sort of normal set of cards here, sort of your center deck. You've got the same artwork here with the Militia and the Apprentice that were in Storm of Souls. You got your heavy infantry and mystics, and we got some other new stuff here. We got some new events. The events were introduced in Storm of Souls here. Now the new thing, the really cool new thing here, is we have these new event cards. And so what you can do is there's 20 of these, and you can actually just shuffle these into your center deck here. So instead of shuffling the actual events here, you'll have an event deck off to the side. Then whenever you draw one of these new event cards, you'll pull one of these out, and then it'll become the event that's in play. So you can basically shuffle these events into any set. So if you really wanted to, you could take the events from this set and also from Storm of Souls, shuffle in all 20 of these if you really wanted a high frequency of events, and then just have events in Chronicle of the Godslayer, whatever set you want. So that's kind of a neat aspect, and it also helps if you want to combine all the sets, and so you'll have a giant stack in your center row. This will help the frequency of events in general. So I hope they keep printing more of these. So I really like the events. It gives you a little bit more to play with, and it leads to some really combo-rific turns. So that's a really nice asset to the game. And the other couple of new things here, so let's take a look at this. I really like this card, it's really nice. It's called Gromites, and you see I've got several of them out there. And let's just try to get a nice shot of the art. Now I am a huge fan of the art in this game. I know not everybody is, but it's got its own sort of caricature style. It's sort of like a woodcut style. I know I've said that before in other reviews. I really like the art here. So specifically, what does a Gromite do? Well, it's a monster, you kill it, you get 2 honor, and then it's an ongoing trophy. So if you remember from the last set, if we go over here, I can show you one of these. This is actually a trophy. So what you would do is you'd kill this and you'd put this monster in front of you instead of going right to the discard pile, and then you could trigger this effect anytime you wanted on a later turn. So in this case, I could banish this trophy here to gain some runes on a later turn. Over here, we've got an ongoing trophy, and this is just going to stay in front of me for the duration of the game. And this is sort of a ladder effect here. When you defeat another Gromite, you gain 2. So if I have this guy here in front of me, I already got 2 from him, and then if I kill another one, I'm going to get 2 from him and then 2 from this guy, and then I've got another one in front of me. So it sort of exponentially grows, and you get a ton of honor there. And there's quite a few of these in the deck here. So that's kind of a new effect, the whole ongoing trophy aspect. The next thing you can see here is it says gain a soul gem and then draw a card. And this one says gain a soul gem. So what's that about? Well, you're also going to have another deck of cards. We'll look at it over here. And these actually have a different back to them. So you can see it says Ascension Soul Gem on the back. But I just stick them in, the regular sleeves here. And then you've got a stack of these soul gems off to the side. Well, if you look at these here, these are all cards from previous sets. So you got Seer of the Forked Path. It's got his normal effect. There's no cost for it, there's no honor gain for it. So what happens is you get a card that says, gain a soul gem. You'll draw the top card of this deck and put it in front of you, sort of like a temporary trophy in a way. And then you have until the end of the turn to use it. And you can see there's a ton of cards here, just a massive amount. And there's a lot of repetition in here, not all these are totally unique. And so whenever you gain a soul gem, you can then draw a card off this and then use it by the end of the turn. And there's basically a pretty good variety of effects. Most of them aren't like too crazy, they're not very complex. They'll be like draw a card, you may banish a card, then you may get some power or get some runes and stuff like that and play that immediately. And so that adds a lot to your turn. Your turns are going to be a little bit longer, they're going to be a little bit more involved, you're going to feel like you're a lot more powerful, which is very, very fun. So that's kind of a neat new aspect. Now what you could do is you could really customize this if you wanted to and sort of theme your soul gem deck. I mean, you could even take cards from any set and just add them in there because all you're really paying attention to is the effects. So if I just wanted to build a soul gem out of like completely in a whole nother set, like I could just get rid of these and throw my entire Chronicle of the Godslayer stack and make that my soul gems. And so then you could really sort of customize that and just sort of have sort of a theme with that. So if you just wanted ones that let you draw cards, or ones that gave you power, or just were life bounds or something, you could really kind of have fun with that and sort of customize that. And that's really one of the cool aspects of this game. For those of you who don't really play it, maybe watching this video just randomly, you can really customize how you set this game up. So you've got your center deck of cards. You can customize that. You can build what, people are building cubes of their own stuff, sort of theming them, maybe doing what's called like a legendary format where there's only one of each card. But now you've got sort of two avenues to customize. You've got a soul gem deck and then your regular deck, and you can really customize and have fun with that. So the main thing to kind of take away from this game and this expansion is that your turns are, like I said, are going to be a little longer. You're going to have a little bit more variety of effects. It's going to be a little bit slightly random here because you're going to be, getting soul gems from these cards when you play them, and then, getting some kind of random effect off of that. But it's really fun. You kind of get lots of combos going. You've got the events. You can stack these in. I mean, you could put all 20 of these events just in this little center deck that comes with this little mini expansion, and then just really cycle through the events. So it's fun. I mean, this is a game that I've always been a fan of. It feels like Magic. Compared to other sort of traditional deck building 1.0 games. It just really has a nice fun flavor to it, and like I said, I really enjoy the art. So I'm just going to end here, and you can stop watching if you want, and just show you some of the cool art, because I am a big fan, and I will highlight it because I love it. So there's a cackling jackal, very, very evocative little character there. Then you've got the recycler crab there, so that's kind of a cool looking card there, nice little mechanical crab. And then you've got the Wandering Ascara there. That's kind of a nice, imagery, sort of an ethereal character. And then the Spider Witch. So that's kind of a nice, darker character. And you can see she's got gain 2 honor. And then when you unite, which means you play another life on that turn, you can get a soul gem from her. Quite a few of the soul gem cards. Not so many of the ongoing trophies, but mostly soul gem. Let's see, this is an energy monk here. Look, that one's great. I love that one. And I believe that there's a playmat out. Now that you can use that has this art on it, so nice one. And then here's Kithis here, the Rebel Godling, and he's sort of the bad character in here. You can see he's an 8-cost monster, and he's got all kinds of crazy effects. He's sort of the what do you say, like the antagonist in this. He's trying to become the god that was destroyed in the earlier set. So you can gain 8 honor, and then once per turn you can gain a soul gem. So if you get him out early, you can really just kind of wreck the other opponent. And then here's Nothing Man here. That's kind of a nice one. A little bit of glare on the sleeves there. And then here's another one. It's kind of like Ghost Rider here. The Spark Sprayer. He's got a motorcycle there. Okay, well that's basically the set. It's a fun addition. I highly recommend it. Should be coming out soon. Thanks.